Hey everyone, good morning. How y'all doing? It's your boy Nick Johnson, your favorite sports YouTuber here, back in here with another video, giving you some breaking news that happened like about 2 hours ago, like literally sometime after I woke up. No, before I woke up, excuse me. And yeah, I'm just barely trying to get emotions, but yeah, I'm gonna break it down to you. Breaking news happened in football. In the NFL, I just got word that the New York Jets have fired their defensive coordinator, Gregg Williams, after a botched play call in the dying seconds of their home game against the Las Vegas Raiders, in which the Raiders, on the final play of game, with 5 seconds to go, Derek Carr throws a deep touchdown pass to a rookie wide receiver, Henry Ruggs, to give the Raiders a narrowing 31-28 victory after trailing by 4 and with seemingly like giving up the game after missing a deep ball earlier, like moments before, to Henry Ruggs. So, yeah. And I'm gonna get into that play in a bit. If you're a diehard NFL fan and if you were paying attention back then, the name Gregg Williams does sound familiar. It's like more than a decade ago, he was once the defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints, especially the Saints squad that had, of course, Drew Brees, who's still on there, obviously, Marcus Colston, Reggie Bush, Pierre Thomas, Jonathan Villa, Tracy Porter, a younger Malcolm Jenkins, and all those cats that was on that great Saints team that won the Super Bowl back in the 2009 season. So yeah, Williams was the DC for that Super Bowl winning Saints team in '09. And of course, he made headlines 2 years later during the 2011 postseason when it was found out that he was demanding his defense to personally and intentionally injure certain players ahead of their divisional playoff matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. In case y'all remember that, the Vernon Davis touchdown grab, the catch part 3, all of those sorts, of course, it was found out on a recorded audio tape that who got their hands on it. I have to remember that Williams demanded his players to personally injure the Niners players, especially Kyle Williams at that time. So, and it turns out that they've been doing that for a number of years. Um, Especially against guys like Brett Favre, Hall of Famer Brett Favre, and fellow Hall of Famer Kurt Warner, two legendary quarterbacks, kind of around the same span. Especially putting the hurts on him in the 2009 playoffs, especially in the divisional round against Arizona Cardinals, led by Kurt Warner, and against the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC title game, led by Brett Favre. So, and they really put the clamps on them. Turns out they've been doing that for years, and he just basically put up a bounty against each of these players that his defense was going up against. Like, I want you to rip his head off and whatnot. I want you to break his leg. Like, seriously, that type of stuff. Like, intentionally, personally. And hence the reason the whole, how you got the term Bountygate. And it was like the real hot topic of discussion the following offseason. And hence the reason why Gregg Williams is the most vilified man in the league right now. Outside of Bill Belichick, obviously. But yeah, let's talk about the game. And, of course, somehow, some way, Sam Darnold kept the Jets in it and had the lead a couple times at one point against the Raiders. It was a back and forth contest up until like the final drive of the game, where, especially on the final play, with 10 seconds left, Gregg Williams had dialed in an all-out blitz, which is a perfect scheme in that a play call in that scenario. But the only thing is, all-out blitz, no safety help, and you left the corner, the Jets corner, I forgot whose name was, all alone against this speedy wideout in rookie Henry Ruggs III, who beats him on a little stutter step move and kept going on the go route and easily beats him for an easy touchdown, you know? And with that, the Raiders able to hold on to win 31-28, like I said. And now in this scenario, does an all-out blitz normally work? Yes. I mean, it works about like 90%, or about 80 to 90% of the time. depending on what type of scenario it is, sending a message and whatnot, and just basically get the quarterback rattled, uncomfortable, not having time to get set in the pocket to make an accurate throw. Of course, it comes at the cost of your secondary being exposed. So does it work 100% of the time? Of course not. But it works in whatever type of scenario that you're in. But working 100% of the time, absolutely not. And this is one of those times. It didn't work. There was no safety help. The defender easily got beat, and the Raiders won the game. Now, for Williams, this was supposed to be his second full season with the Jets, because in 2019, him and his defense in their last year in the Jamal Adams era had a respectable campaign, but this year they fell off a cliff, ranking 30th in points per game allowed and 29th in total yards allowed defensively. So they really took a deep nosedive. And that botched play call, that pretty much sealed Williams' fate in the Big Apple. So that was expected. And sooner or later, Adam Gase is going to be next. Because the Jets are still winless. The Jets have now fallen to 0-12 or 0-11. No, 0-12. Excuse me, 0-12, and I forgot. But they're on pace to becoming the third team in NFL history to finish the year 0-16. The other two being the 2008 Detroit Lions and the 2017 Cleveland Browns, as well remember. And the Browns are having a fantastic turnaround season, because it's like the first time in a decade since, in like almost 2 decades, that they've had a winning record. They're 9-3, and they're on pace to make the playoffs for the first time since 2002. They're currently second in the AFC North division, behind the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers. They're doing a hell of a lot better than the Jets right now. That's for goddamn sure. Of course, the Browns steamrolled the Titans, but that's something for another time. But yeah, that pretty much sealed the Jets' fate, and pretty much sealed Williams' fate as defensive coordinator. So he's gone, and Adam Gase is soon going to be next, because people have been clamoring him to be fired regardless, because the Jets have become an absolute laughingstock this season. And if I'm the Jets right now, I would pull the plug ASAP, because it's not getting any better. And of course, you're on pace to have the number 1 overall draft pick anyway. And many people are going to expect y'all to get Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson anyway. And that guy's a stud. I like him. I wish the Patriots would get him. But then again, considering our position, since we're 6-6, after we blew out the Los Angeles Chargers yesterday, 45-0 at a SoFi Stadium down in Inglewood, and we're trying to get into a playoff race, still in the hunt miraculously at 500. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, but the Jets will likely get Trevor Lawrence next year and basically put an end to the Sam Darnold era, which has been like an absolute disaster. And I mean, as much as I love Sam Darnold, because I'm a USC Trojan fan, and he played there for like 3 or 4 years, rather 3 years, and he was amazing at USC. He was amazing. Hence the reason why the Jets took him second overall, because they needed a quarterback at the helm with this style of play. But it really has been a disaster as we speak. So if I'm the Jets, I would cut bait as soon as possible and just build towards next season. So yeah, that's all the news that I have for today. Because Gregg Williams is out of New York City, and that pretty soon Adam Gase is going to be next. So that's all I have for today. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell com button where you get my notifications on when I'm going to upload my next video. And let me know in the comment section on what you think of the whole situation. Do you think this is, expected or surprising? Let me know how you think. And with that being said, I'm Nick Johnson, your favorite sports YouTuber here, and I'm out. Peace.